What's good, YouTube? It's boy Kid back from the video, yes sir, and today we are going to react to nothing.
Ho, brother, whoa, now.
Absolutely nothing. Today is a tribute basically to the Demon Slayer Infinity Castle movie, bro. First off, I would love to say that it was a 10 out of 10. It was perfect. I have no complaints. Quality amazing. And then if the seasons were good, if the quality of the season were good, imagine the movie. You know, I wonder what the budget was for that movie. But anyway, in the movie, we seen all the Hashiras from Gayome, the strongest Hashira. I believe he's the strongest Hashira. We seen Sanemi, the Wind Hashira. He didn't get too much screen time. So I hope the next movie or the next season they make, we get some screen time with him. We saw Mitsuri. She was with, what's his name? The Snake Hashira. Iguro, I think. She was with the girl. They didn't fight yet, unfortunately. I thought I was going to see him. And RIP Rengoku, because they did have a little tribute to Rengoku, and it was very sad. Very sad in my opinion. We saw Uzui. We saw Tokito. We saw a lot of Hashiras, and we're starting to see that. I have a brain fart. I'm sorry.
Stupid.
How do I forget his name? Tanjiro. Tanjiro is on par with the Hashiras. He literally saved the water Hashira. Gayu. How did I forget about Gayu?
It's okay.
He's the GOAT.
That's why he's the GOAT.
How did I forget about Gayu? He was carrying the Akaza fight, and of course Tanjiro, you know, at the end, he started to turn up. He unlocked that mark. Let me start over. This movie is very, like, it was very emotional. I almost cried a few times. We saw Shinobu. She was trying to avenge her sister, aka the Butter Hashira, and she saw Doma. She confronted Doma. She was like, when she first greeted him, she seen that he was very benevolent. His aura wasn't evil, but there was literally I don't know what words I can and can't say on YouTube, especially this early in, but it was a young girl basically dying right next to Doma, and he believed that if he could take away the pain and the struggling and the suffering from people's lives, he would do it. But his way of doing it ain't it. He's going to kill you regardless. He's going to take you out regardless. And when he was younger, his backstory is pretty fire too. He grew up in a very religious household, and I guess his village and his family believed in certain gods and Buddhas or whatever the case may be. And he always laughed at it because he was like, I don't believe that. And long story short, they started saying like, lead me to paradise, and it really ate at Doma because he was like, bro, this paradise doesn't even exist. So he took it upon himself to consume other humans to take them to a paradise, I guess. But Doma, it wasn't a long battle. Doma bodied the insect Hashira. I see the butterfly Hashira. It was a very cool fight. I thought Shinobu was gonna put up, no, because I can't even lie. I knew Shinobu wasn't gonna win against Upper 2, and she did put up a pretty good fight against Doma. Even though Doma was toying with her, he was letting Shinobu poison him. He was like, okay, like, hurry up and attack me again before I neutralize the poison. Like, it was just a game to him at the end of the day. We also saw Zenitsu. He ran straight into battle. Eyes open, not eyes closed. He fought, what's his name? He fought one of his I would say one of his successors, but his master successor, which is his equal successor. And I forgot his name. What's his name? Let me look it up real fast, y'all. I'm sorry. Kaigaku, he know how to use forms, I guess 2 to 7 or 2 to 6, I believe, and Zenitsu only know how to use 1. But in this movie, Zenitsu used 7. He used breathing form 7. Kaigaku was no more. No more. And he was mad, of course, obviously. And Akaza backstory, bro. Akaza was my favorite demon, aka Kizuki. But it started to bleed over to my favorite character in Demon Slayer, even better than some Hashira. I know that might be hard for some of y'all to hear. I understand, but Akaza backstory is so impactful. It was so sad, and it's valid. It kind of validates why he did what he did. Now,
What? What do you mean by that?
now granted, innocent people don't deserve to die, so I ain't saying all that, but I see why he turned into a demon, but it wasn't his choice. Muzan literally punched him in his face and injected his blood inside his face. Akaza has one of the best backstories of all time in all animes, hands down. Simple as that. Akaza, basically, he had a father. His father passed away because malnourishment, and they were poor, obviously. Akaza would go around stealing stuff, get called for it, get beaten. He didn't care about the beating because all he cared about was protecting his dad and make sure his dad was able to eat. Long story short, his dad deleted himself because he found out that Akaza got basically punished for stealing, and I believe if you steal too much or a certain amount of stripes he has, which is the stripes that he actually have on his forearm, it eventually leads to execution. And his father didn't want to deal with that, and his father also wanted to prevent his son from keep stealing and going through that, so he's like, let me just take my own life. Akaza eventually met a sensei who basically taught him how to live a better life and gave him guidance again, gave him hope again. And the same sensei had a daughter that he let Akaza take care of, and they grew in love over some time. And basically, she proposed to him. She proposed to him, and he went to go visit his dad. His dad's burial site. He came back, it was all gone. It turned him up. He started assassinating everybody who was even involved in it. And it was like, bro, like, this man, he's not an ordinary boy. He killed 67 people. We gotta go in. I understand his reasoning. I can't lie. Tanjiro reminded Akaza of Akaza's past sensei. And that's why Akaza has so much disgust for Tanjiro, because Akaza didn't want to remember his past. He had a mission, and he had a goal to basically please Muzan in a sense, and Kokoshibo, since he's upper one. And basically towards the end, he started to, get his memories back. He was like, this ain't it. Like, he started to prioritize his wife, who was deceased, his father, who was also deceased, and his sensei, who was also deceased, in like a spiritual realm. And then Muzan was like, Akaza, like, bro, you had a goal, you trying to get stronger, what are you doing? Why are you being a wimp now? Long story short, Akaza said, forget what you saying, I'm gonna go spend paradise with my family. And I thought that was beautiful. But after that, in a sense, Doma, Kokoshibo, and Muzan kind of scolded him. Doma more so laughed at his death. And then Kokoshibo and Muzan, they basically was like, bro, like, they disrespected him. They didn't respect him any longer. They kind of scolded him for his choice. Even though I respect it, because, like I said, Akaza got the best backstory, bro, in all of history. And Akaza is one of my favorite characters of all time now. I have to get him tattooed. Tanjiro learned how to, for the people who didn't see it, y'all gonna be like, what the heck are you talking about? But he learned about this transparent realm to where he could see and predict moves, aka his fighting spirit. He learned how to deplete it, so when he depleted, he could basically sneak up on you and attack you. You wouldn't even know he's behind you, kind of like on some Inosuke stuff. Shout out Inosuke, because he also helped in the process. And shout out, like I said, shout out to Zenitsu too. He went crazy, but he learned about it through his father and through how did I forget his name already? Inosuke. They played critical roles in Tanjiro powering up, and that's the thing that's cool about Tanjiro. He learns bits and pieces from different people, and it makes him stronger, because he always thinks back to like, oh, how could this help me in the future? And he always applies it to the present moment, and he ended up going crazy. And for a temporary moment, we seen that his scar, his burn mark, it extended all the way down here, and it, of course, retracted. He passed out after the fight. Akaza was not giving up. He got decapitated. He put his head back on. Gayu, he threw the sword at his head, preventing him from putting his head back on. But nah, Akaza adapted. He was cool without a head. He had no head. Bro was like this. Akaza put up a fight. Akaza one of my best characters of all time. One of my favorite. He's in my top 5 for sure. The Infinity Castle towards the end, it expanded. Like, if we already thought it was infinite, it's really infinite now. It multiplied by 1,000 times. And basically, we didn't see Gaio-Man fight. We didn't see a few Hashiras fight. We didn't see demons fight. The only demon that we saw was Doma and Akaza. We didn't see Kokoshiba yet or Muzan. We didn't see none of them yet. But I think that was pretty fire. Muzan at the end, he was basically powering up in his cocoon, saying, "Y'all not gonna find me." He's stuck in his, I want to say it's like a heart cocoon. He's stuck in his heart cocoon, and he's basically just hiding out. And he's basically saying like, "Bro, before y'all even get to me, y'all gonna die."
Damn.
And that's the perfect way to end it. That's what he said. And I was about to cry towards the end because it was very emotional. That movie was fire, 10 out of 10. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you guys seeing it. If it ever come out, I'll do a reaction for you guys. That was pretty fire. Like I said, if you haven't seen it, go see it. Let me know what else you guys want me to react to or talk about in the comments below. But that was pretty fire movie. 12 out of 10. Best anime movie I've seen in a minute. It's better than the other movie. Way better than the other movie. It's better than any anime movie I've ever seen, in my opinion, hands down. It's even beating Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, even animes with seasons. Doesn't matter. 12 out of 10. That's in the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, road to 1,000 subscribers. And let me know what you guys think about the movie. If you guys have seen it, if you haven't seen it, spoiler alert. I think that was too late, but that's in the video. Peace.
Destructive death, crushing type. 10,000 leaves, slicing willow.